Good evening, everyone, or day, night, morning, really morning, because I usually upload videos at 9:30. But I need to tell you all something. Watch. Oh, well, minus Fox, minus something. Again, I'm at Fox. I didn't have a little thing around for my next words. But anyways, this is another bit of, I don't know, people barely watch these, but I just want to do this. One, because I kind of want to promote good shows that I like. I believe this season, I think they said that the show's coming back to the 25th, I think. I think that's season 2 or season 3, I'm not sure. But, this is a review of Preacher, season 1. Which, if you don't know about Preacher, it is kind of a, well, I shouldn't say the same vein. It's a show on AMC where it's kind of taking like the whole thing like, well, we took The Walking Dead, which was a comic book, a dark one, but, you know, a comic book, and we made it into a show. So let's do that with this. And they do it freaking well. You follow Jesse, a preacher who just came back to this town, which you could kind of say is godforsaken. The small town, and in it, everyone's not all that right. It's like a really dark town. Like, there's kind of also like a mafia thing going on with like this one landowner. And everything's just not right, but just so and even some weird characters are coming in, like Cassidy, this vampire who's being chased by vampire hunters, or Jesse's ex-girlfriend, who apparently used to do jobs with him as they were thieves and stuff like that. And it gets even worse but Jesse's even having a lack of faith, because this is probably one of the most probably one of the more faith-based shows like this, I would say, because again, there are things, this kind of is somewhat resemblant of Supernatural a bit, at least, especially at one point. I'll get to that in a bit, but Jesse then's always saying, like, people always come to him because he's the preacher, and then at one point, he's like, he doesn't know what to do. People say, like, what if there is no God? And he's like, well, there is, and there are plans for it, but even he started to have a lack of faith until. But as this is all going on, something happens. This being from heaven comes down and tries to possess different people, not in his town just yet, but around the world. He goes for, I believe, like a priest. The priest explodes. He goes for like a criminal. The criminal explodes. And stuff like that. Whoever this creature possesses. But then when it possesses Jesse, he of course doesn't explode. And he has the power to control people with his voice. Whatever he says, they have to do. Basically, if you've seen Code Geass, kind of a similar scenario. A little bit. He just doesn't have a limit to it. Well, kind of does. And the show plays off really well. Like, he said, like, this is a gift from God. And, like, but then later on, these two guys say they're from the government, but actually they're angels, and they're here to take away this creature. And this kind of sets off everything that happens. So this greedy landowner, Jesse trying to fix the town by using this power. The one where we're telling like this one, I guess you could say atheist. I'm not sure. And again, there's nothing. I'm not saying anything against any religions or any kind of beliefs. But like it's like one guy who doesn't believe in Catholic God. And tells him, serve God. And the guy seems to have completely switched, changed from being like a mafia boss. He seems like real nice and everything. But then things don't turn out so right. One guy, Jesse almost makes him kill himself, then stops, and that kind of makes this guy go completely crazy. And as this show goes on, like, you see the bad things that happened, and there's some very twists and turns, and just insane things that just happen. It's a really good show. It's really well written. And even, like, his powers, it's left up. It's not left up, but how they work. They don't just, like, give an exposition on how they work. And I do love Code Geass. But, like what was it? When he explained his powers, they explained, okay, I can only do it from certain meters. It only works for this amount of time, and yada, yada, yada. Sorry. And we also need to give direct eye contact and all this stuff. That is the power. In this one, even though I have read, like, at least a Wikipedia article on Preacher when it first came out, and I just recently watched the entire, like, season 1, this one, it leaves it more to everything that happens, and you're kind of supposed to figure it out on how the ability actually works. To the point where if someone says serve God, they don't say, he didn't say which God or what kind of God. So that person then takes it upon themselves how they interpret that, and then they could end up badly. Or at one point he tries to use this power on a deaf character, but it doesn't work on the deaf character. So that then showing that, yeah, there are limitations to his powers, and they don't go explaining it. They actually just go, yes, you basically from those you see, if you're gonna do this, it's kind of like genie rules. You have to be clear on what you mean, as well as, as well as know what you're saying, as well as know that they have to hear and or understand you. And that just that is some good writing. And there are some twists and turns, especially at one point where, I guess somewhat of a spoiler, they call God. And the guy playing God is the most stereotypical God there is. And it's freaking glorious when that happens, because I was laughing so much when that happened. And even so, Jesse's power, this power that's inside of him, Genesis, and also, there is a point where, people, I won't spoil too much of it, but there is a point where Jesse kind of takes away their faith for real quick, and I'm just thinking, okay, I know some religions, especially Catholicism, some of Catholicism, rely on there being a God and fearing this God, unless, of course, he sends you to hell or whatnot. Or Christianity, I guess. But here's the thing. If you take away that fear, if you take away saying, no, that fear's not there, and that was the only thing keeping them in line, things are going to go ballistic. And they do. They go extremely ballistic, and it's completely insane. Even so, there's bits and pieces going on, and it does feel like watching this, it's building up, and then it kind of not simmers, but it builds up everything that's going on in this season, and even in the end of this season, it's for lack of better words, there's no holy cow, I guess I think it's called, the sacrificial cow, sacred cow. There's no sacred cow in this show, because in the end, it's season 1 is not going to be season 1 is not going to be or season 2 is not going to be like season 1. It is going to be kind of its own crazy thing. And they have a lot of build up with these, whether it be this cowboy character as we go back in time, who's trying to get medicine for his daughter or whatever, and leaves town and bad things happen to him. Or we have with this one guy who's messing with a meter or something, and looking out and there's loads of poo everywhere, in this giant underground area, and it kind of reminded me of Cabin in the Woods, how it looked a little bit. So I kind of felt okay. One, I thought maybe he was the guy who took care of hell or something, but no, it's something different. And this show is raunchy. This show is kind of it doesn't go boobs to the camera like Game of Thrones or anything like that, because it is still AMC, but it does go to where it kind of pushes the envelope. It has fun with everything that it does, and it's a really good show. If you haven't checked it out yet, I would say go check it out. 18 and up, I guess. I don't know. The show's freaking awesome. It's has good stories. It is kind of a dark comedy at a lot of times, especially with Cassidy and 50 different Globe Shrink. He's freaking hilarious. And it is kind of who is really a good guy and bad guy in these scenarios, and I kind of really like that. And I don't know, it's just really good. And, like, there are some twists and turns in this, whether you're learning about Jesse's past, or learning about that landowner's past, or, like, what Jesse's powers actually are and do. I kind of Wikipedia'd some of that. I did want to learn more about the show before, like, the show actually started, when I was watching, like, episode 1. And, or when it started. And, like, I kind of know a little bit of some of the stuff, but even then, like, they're not sure if they're going to go completely to the comics and everything. But I get a little bit and know a little bit more about these things, or, like, what's coming, or at least for some of it. They might change some of it, but it's really good, and it's a really good show. I would definitely say check it out. There are some moments like, what the fudge, or it's just like, what the fudge is going on? But it's a good kind. It's really funny. It has its good funny moments, while also its serious moments, dark humor, and everything. It's a really good show. I would definitely say check it out. I'm not sure how much else to add, but thank you for watching. Which videos that I've done, click the link description below. Check out my videos. It was awesome, and I would definitely say check it out. But thanks for watching, and we will. Links are on Facebook. Links over there, and we will. See you later. Have a good day.